I'm gonna get you a little caught up to speed here, guys. It's been a long, what's this, day 4? Day 4 of cutting down trees, limbing them up, cutting them to a decent length, whatever, 40, 50 foot, however much I think I can use out of that, plus get it down through my trails and around. I have enough video footage to make probably 2 videos, one of cutting trees down and one of dragging them in. But you guys are gonna fall behind, so I figured I'd just lump those 2 videos into one and get you caught up to speed. Some of the trees I drug out. I still have, let's see, I drug in probably, I think 13 trees. I still have 14 or 15 trees out here to drag in, and I think 4 to cut down. A lot of work, My arms are really getting sore and tired, but it's getting done. I've got to get these trees in as soon as possible, because if it rains out here anymore, this trail is going to get so soggy, I'm not going to be able to pull logs in. As is, I'm pulling these logs in, I'm not even hitting dry soil, and it's only rained a couple times, but they've been pretty good rainstorms. So I'd love to be able to use my log trailer that I built, but I have to use the backhoe on my backhoe to pick the tree trunks up and set them on there. And right now there's a broken hose on the backhoe. So when I go to pick up the arm, it sprays out the side like a jet stream. I lose a lot of hydraulic fluid every time I try and use it. So I can't use the hoe to pick the trunks up and put them on the trailer, so I can't use the trailer. So I'm just dragging them through the dirt. The bark's getting packed full of dirt and mud and probably some rocks. So I'm gonna have to clean the tree trunks off before I get them on the mill, but it shouldn't be a big deal. I've got a pressure washer to hose them off real good, and that'll fix that. Oh man, what a day. I'll give you a little look at this spot down here where we had a whole lot of dead pine trees. Nice big dead pine trees that I can use on the mill. This is a spot that I got a lot of trees out of. Standing dead pine trees. I knew they were blue, even the ones that had green pine needles on them. I knew they were dead. The woodpeckers come in and they peck at the side of the tree looking for bugs, looking for the beetles. And when they find a beetle, they keep pecking at it until all the bark is basically stripped off the side of the tree and on the ground. Earlier in the video, there was a tree that I dropped, and I stacked 2 more trees on top of it, hoping the weight of those trees would kind of knock it down. But it didn't work, so it was all kind of hanging up there. I couldn't get in and around to limb it because I was worried about the trees falling on me. So I brought my backhoe back here, one of the times I was dragging logs out, and I took the bucket on the front and I just kind of went up and used the weight of the backhoe to kind of smash everything down. And then I could get in there and limb up most of those trees. I still got a little bit of limbing to do. I ran out of gas right there, so I turned around, went back in, and never really came out here to finish limbing it. But that was the safest way I could think of to get that jumbled up mess to where I could limb it up. And now they're basically ready to drag out. This is where I started stacking logs when I was bringing them in. Got a couple here, a couple on the other side. The shorter logs here my neighbor brought over. He knew I was looking for logs to mill out purlins for the roof on my shop build, and he had those logs sitting there. Not to say he wasn't going to use them, but he brought them over so that I'd have plenty of wood to work with to mill out stuff to make this shop build happen this winter, or hopefully before winter. And then next summer I'll go out and drop down. I'm sure there'll be more beetle kill out there next summer, and I'll replace his logs next year. Got more logs down at the other end. It's kind of hard to find a place to store logs. You only got 40 acres. Never know where to put them. Always shuffling things around, right? But I've got them down here. I think I've got 8 logs down here. Anything I could mill a 4x4 out of, I brought in. So some of these are a little thinner on top. but they're 40 foot long, 50 foot long. I can get some 4x4s out of those for inside the shop when I go to build that second little loft area, or mill 2x4s out of them for purlins. Just depends on what I need them for. If I can get all the logs brought in, the rest of the trees dropped, and bring those logs in before the trails get too muddy and my backhoe just can't pull them anymore, it'll be a good day. I'll have a lot to mill out for winter. I'll be able to get a lot of my projects done inside the shop as well as outside the shop. I still got to mill out purlins for the roof, board and bat for the sides, and get all that up, get that thing sealed in. But it's getting done little by little. Until next time, guys, go make something.